Well, the pregnant Texas woman who challenged the state's abortion ban has opted to leave Texas to receive the procedure. Kate Cox's decision came hours before the Texas Supreme Court ruled against her, saying that she did not qualify for a medical exemption to the state's near total abortion ban. Just last week, a judge granted Cox permission, but that was put on hold by the state's all-Republican High Court. Doctors say her fetus has a fatal condition, putting her life at risk and may prevent her from getting pregnant again.
I think ultimately it's really important to recognize that pregnancy is not a health neutral event. And ultimately, it can be very unpredictable. And so we need to recognize that situations like these are going to continue to happen, and that ultimately, thankfully, Kate is able to leave the state for her care, but there are going to be plenty of others who won't be able to do the same.
Abortions are legal in Texas only when a pregnancy seriously threatens the health or life of the woman. So Janet Shamlian is joining us now from Houston with more on this. Hey, Janet, so it would seem that under these circumstances, Cox, provided enough information to get a medical exception. I'm kind of curious and don't really understand why her abortion request was put on hold.
Yeah, so after a district court judge, Anne Marie, granted the abortion request on Thursday, then on Friday, Attorney General Ken Paxton went to the state Supreme Court and asked them to put a stay on this. By Friday night, they'd put a hold on it. They hadn't made a decision, but they put a hold on it. And then on Monday, they ruled that she was not qualified to have the abortion. Their decision was based on the fact they say that she didn't meet the medical exception required, that her life had to be in danger, and that her doctor had not had not given them enough information to show that her life was in danger. And even in difficult pregnancies, that doesn't mean that a woman is entitled to have an abortion. So, it's clearly subjective here, right? And the language is open to interpretation. And that's what we're seeing here.
Yeah, because, the argument is that under these circumstances, her life could be at risk. I mean, do you need a 5% chance, a 50% chance, a 70% chance? What qualifies? You spoke to the president and the CEO of the Center for Reproductive Rights, and they are representing Cox. What did they say to you about this decision?
Yeah. They're very disappointed. Obviously, they acknowledged on Monday that she had gone out of state to have the procedure. That was just a couple of hours before the state Supreme Court made its ruling. They didn't want to give a lot more details about where she went. They said at this time she wouldn't be talking, but they said her life was clearly in danger, that over the past couple of months, Anne Marie, she had been to the emergency room on multiple occasions with difficulties, and she was concerned that carrying this pregnancy to term would not allow her to get pregnant in the future, that the complications from carrying a non-viable pregnancy would preclude her from getting pregnant again, and she wanted to have more children.
I just want to ask you something about the Texas law. I recall when we were initially doing a lot of coverage on it, one of the kind of quirks of the law is that if you helped someone get an abortion, you could be open to a lawsuit. Anyone could sue. Any private citizen, they don't have to live in Texas, could sue anyone else who they believed helped a woman get an abortion. I mean, are any of the people who are assisting Cox vulnerable?
Well, perhaps not now that she's gone to another state where abortion is legal. However, on Friday, the state's attorney general sent a letter to her doctor, to the hospital where she was likely to have the procedure, saying, look, just because there's no ruling yet, and there hadn't been at that time, that she could still be prosecuted. And you're right, in Texas, anyone can bring those charges. It does not have to be the attorney general. A citizen can bring charges against someone who drove Kate Cox to the hospital.
Wow. Janet Shamlian, I think this is such a fascinating case. I'm sure it's not the last we will be discussing this. Thank you so much.